Hello, happy Sunday. It's been a while, but I just wanted to bring you a reminder this afternoon, and it's in Matthew chapter 22, where Jesus talks about the kingdom of heaven being compared to a king who was hosting a wedding feast. And the king asked his servants to go call the people who were already invited for the feast, but they came up with excuses. Some of them had work to do, some of them had their businesses to tender to. And when the servants came back and gave the king the response from the invited guests, he said they were unworthy, and he gave the servants another task to go out and get people on the streets, good and bad, to come into the wedding feast. But in verse 11, it was recorded that the king came out and spotted someone who was not putting on the wedding garments. So even though the person was in the feast, he or she was not putting on the wedding garments, and the king asked the person how did he or she enter the event and asked him to be thrown away. And in this passage, I want to speak on two things. I think two sets of people too. First are the people who have been invited to come to Christ, people who have been invited into the wedding feast, people who have the invitation, who have been called, and for some reason they've been given excuses. They don't want to answer to the call, they don't want to honor the invitation. This is a reminder that you still can honor that invitation. Jesus is still calling out to you today to say yes and to come to that wedding feast, to come into his fold. And it is very important that you answer that call and that you say yes to Jesus today. The second set of people are the people who have come into the fold, who have said yes to the call, but for some reason their heart is not fully into Christ and what his kingdom is about. They will be termed maybe hypocrites of some sort, and for some reason they are still putting on their old garments. They will say they are saved, but they've refused to be transformed. And my question and my reminder to you today is, why are you refusing transformation? Why are you not wholeheartedly committing yourself to Jesus and to his kingdom and to his fold? It is important that as you answer the call, that you remain steadfast and that you wholeheartedly give yourself to the calling. This is important because in verse 14, Jesus said that many are called but few are chosen. I want to believe you want to be called.